What up, Gale Nation? Welcome back to
we're
H24 Sports. I'm your
Shoot.
host, Jacob J. Tiffin. Over to the left of me is Sliced Bread from Pachero.
I cannot see.
Over behind my shoulders, you know him, you love him. He is the top dog, Danny Reardon. What is going on?
What is up?
I just see blue.
Yeah, I just see darkness.
Am I even close to the
Um,
mic? I can't even see. Oh god, I just got hit in the face.
That's nice.
Oh god.
This is what I get for taking the Panthers.
And this is what I get for thinking that the poopy whatever Tennessee Titans were actually bad.
Shout out to the them boys for covering for me.
Yeah.
CD Lamb, I love you.
Shout out to the Jets for being the Jets.
Hey, they didn't play last week, so we're
They didn't lose last week.
They lost.
they
They
didn't
lost.
lose.
They lost to the bye week.
Yeah, you can argue that.
All right, and
But
we got some basketball action tipping off
yes,
this week.
the NBA started.
You know,
The
just
NBA
shooting
started
them
on
to-
Tuesday. We've had 3 days of basketball going on. I believe every single team is tipped off.
It's been a great 3
Yeah, I
days of
think the last
basketball.
the Heat tipped off yesterday. The Heat in Dallas, and they tipped off yesterday for the first time. So I think every team has.
New York is going wild after beating the Celtics in over. And
Yes.
was it double.
Double.
overtime?
I watched the whole freaking game, and let me tell you, I don't say this a lot, but that man Evan Fournier, boy, I tell you, he makes me want to hate myself and also love myself because he
Vin,
is
did you even know who Evan Fournier was before Tuesday?
Yeah,
Wednesday?
I have a vendetta against him because he 2K.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So it's funny though because we literally got the potential game of the year right at the gate.
Yeah.
Which I love. That as a neutral fan in that sense, in that
Neutral.
game, that was so much fun to watch. Especially the first 2.5 minutes of overtime, where it was just 3-pointer, like right at the gate.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. And Jaylen Brown's a bucket. Jason Tatum just didn't have it. And the Celtics look so much better regardless, even after they lost, despite the fact that they lost. I'm a Celtics fan walking away smiling overall.
You know who looks really good though?
Who?
The New York Knicks.
They do.
Julius Randle is
Oh
a
my
monster.
God.
Julius Randle's a bucket.
Oh
RJ
my
Barrett
God.
is a very good defensive player.
Yeah, he had Jason Tatum on an island.
They beat the Celtics in double overtime with one center the entire game. Because
They had two.
no, Robinson was like the main center, but
Yeah.
Gibson and both Gibson and Noel, their backup true centers, were both out.
No, but they had Jericho Sims.
Yes, Jericho Sims, who I love, I think he's super athletic and has great potential, but like he's not like the go-to number 2
I
center.
can see myself.
You can, I can't even.
Yeah, you guys are doing that for just this one, or is it how?
Yeah,
no,
just
just
this
this one.
Okay.
The one-time only thing.
Yeah.
But I think a good way to get into the season is award predictions.
Yes,
Ooh, I like that.
100%
So
agree. you want to do finals as well, like finals matchups? Too?
sure, we can do a finals matchup.
Okay.
So I want to start things off with good old rookie of the year. What are
Yes.
y'all opinions on this draft class, and who do you think is going to be the best out of it?
I think this draft class is solid. It's not going to be like the best draft class ever, but I feel like it's an above average draft class overall, all things considered. With that said, my rookie of the year pick will be Cade Cunningham or Evan Mobley, but I'm leaning towards Cade Cunningham.
Interesting. I think it's like if you're going to give a rookie of the year out, it's going to be a guy who's like going to be a number 1 or 2 option on their team. And I really feel like the few people that are like that are the top 4 picks. So I feel like out of that's really the pool you can go with. Personally, I'm going to go with Jalen Green. I think he's a bucket and he's going to materialize well this year. But one guy I do want to keep my eye on. I don't know how much time he's going to get this year just because of the people ahead of him. But Davion Mitchell over in Sacramento, I think he's going to be a very good player. Maybe not rookie of the year, but in like 3 or 4 years, you might be saying like, yeah, this guy might have been the steal of the draft at number 9.
I agree, especially it's just that he's in a very crowded backcourt. That's the only problem.
Exactly. Like
he's got to deal with Reese, Buddy Hield, who's probably gonna get traded. De'Aaron Fox, like he's got to deal with all those guys.
also here, he plays like the 2-3. He can play like 2 to 4, I believe. So like,
Yeah. Which is
you
weird
also
'cause
got-
he's like 6'3" or 6'4".
yeah, but he's versatile.
He's clamps. He's all clamps. But
Yeah.
I love Davion Mitchell too. I agree. Seeing him at Oregon or not Oregon,
Baylor.
Baylor. Seeing him and Jared Butler. Both of them at that backcourt was really fun to watch.
See, I like what Jacob said earlier about Jalen Green because I actually was going to agree with you. I was going to say I think Jalen Green's also going to win the rookie of the year. I like Cade Cunningham. I do. But I think Jalen Green just has that extra motivation because he went right behind him. So he's really that man on a mission that's being like, all right, I'm going to show everybody why I should have been the number 1 overall pick.
I feel like I like Jalen Green as well as at that pick.
Yeah.
And also this is the first year too that the G League players are the G League college dudes. The dudes that
Yeah.
should be in college. And Jalen Green was the top of that list. Jalen Green was like the top guy to go into the G League rather than college. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see like how NBA ready, how much better the G League, how much the G League development is compared to college development.
Yes,
Excited
I
to see that.
moving on. Let's go 6-man.
6-man of the year.
Sixth man.
Danny and I actually were talking about this earlier, and he had a really pretty
I wouldn't say
wild
it's a hot
six.
take.
I
think
would
it's a
say
hot
it's a
take.
hot
I
take.
mean, I'm gonna ride with. I'll go first.
Yeah.
I'll ride with Jordan Clarkson. I mean, he won last year, and the NBA, like at least recently, has had strings of 2 very good 6-men going with Jamal Crawford to Lou Will, and I think Jordan Clarkson will be the next one to carry that on. I mean, Utah is just so deep, and their bench is so good, and I think Clarkson will lead this bench again and lead Utah to like a top 4 seed in the West again. So I got Clarkson again.
Clarkson's a good pick. I'm picking this is a pop. I'm pretty sure this is a really popular.
Jacob's gonna
pick.
like your pick, but I'm
Yeah.
not.
This is a really popular pick.
You're gonna pick
and-
Tyler Hero, aren't you?
Yeah, call me biased, call it what you want. But he had 27 points off the bench yesterday.
He did. He did.
It was
played
the first game,
phenomenal.
but it was the first game of the
It
season.
was against the defending champs.
But I'd also like to add he compares himself to Luka Doncic,
Yeah, I didn't like what he said.
which is
I mean,
not
what
true.
Are you talking about? I mean, the good guys.
He's
Yeah,
not.
good
He
dudes.
doesn't have what it takes to be a 6-man of the year.
We're
I
gonna
think
find out.
he's a bench player. He's exactly what it takes.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant skill wise.
I disagree.
But I-
Okay, I disagree with that one wholeheartedly. I don't think he will win 6-man, but he definitely could win.
Well, no, I'm not
6-man.
saying he's not good enough. Well, yeah, actually,
literally
that
just
is-
said he's not
actually-
good enough.
No, I'm losing myself in my own mind. I don't think he's good enough to win 6-man of the year. That doesn't mean I think he's a good player. I just don't think he's good enough to win 6-man of the year. I do agree with Jacob though. I do think Jordan Clarkson is kind of that mold of a 6-man of the year type guy, like Lou Will and Jamal Crawford.
I mean,
I still
Jordan
can't see.
Clarkson's definitely the favorite, I would say, but I feel like I want to be a little different and pick a popular.
I wouldn't say he's popular.
A popular dark horse.
I would
Bro,
say
he has a song named after him by Jack Harlow.
I would say more
and it
controversial.
bangs.
Shout out to Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow, the man. We love you.
I mean, I don't want to say Tyler Hero fell off since the finals, but
He hasn't. He had a better year his second year than he did his first year. He literally improved. He did not fall off.
well, I can see.
Not by much though. I feel like it kind of
Improvement.
improvement is
He
improvement.
didn't stagnate. He improved.
That's fair.
Should we go to coach of the year, or should we
no,
stick with
I actually
players?
wasn't going to do coach of the year because
Really?
coach of the year kind of coincides with like
The best team.
yeah,
Fair
for the
enough.
most part.
Well,
For
no,
the record, though, I did.
Not really,
I did
'cause-
pick Quinn Snyder for the record.
because Tibbs won last year, and the Knicks weren't the best team last year.
No, but the Knicks, you take the Knicks to a top 4 seed, you win
Yeah,
coach of the
that's
year.
understandable.
It's pretty simple.
I that pick that's interesting, Danny Quinn Snyder.
I picked Quinn.
I think that's a pretty
Quinn
good pick.
Snyder for coach of the year.
That's if they can have a long playoff run though. Utah,
I'll just go with Monty Williams.
Yeah, that's a
good
that's a
choice.
safe
Good
bet.
choice.
What else? What was that?
Uh,
Most improved.
Most improved. This one's
this
I
is
feel
tough.
like this one is very easy to pick.
Yeah.
At the same time-
there are like a few names that like I went over my head. That,
Same
like, you can
time?
go with like you can go with like the top players like
Clay.
Clay's not gonna win most improved. What are you talking about? He's going to comeback player of the year.
Which
Does
should be in
the NBA have a comeback player of the year?
No, but it should
Never
be.
mind, he's not gonna win it.
He should have it. He should be. And Kevin Durant, if there was one, Kevin Durant deserved it last year.
Kevin Durant played like 30 games.
Continue though.
What was I gonna say? So most improved, you can go like a young player poised to break out in a big team, so like RJ Barrett. You can go that route, but I don't think he's gonna have much room to improve on that team.
Yeah.
You could go with like a team that's still gonna be good but has an injury, so like the Clippers and the Nuggets. So the Clippers have like Terrence Mann. So that's another interesting pick. But I think the pick here is the guy that the Nuggets just extended long term. The guy that's going to fill in Jamal Murray's shoes as the second scorer,
Monte Morris.
Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter Jr.
Ryan.
Okay. He said. I'm pretty sure they extended Monte Morris too. But
I clearly was not talking about.
you said the
Monte
guy's
Morris.
gonna
What a
fill in Jamal
mess.
Murray's
This
shoes,
is
and I was
gross.
That's
thinking
the
guard.
second scorer.
I was thinking guards.
No.
Okay.
Michael Porter Jr. I think will be an All-Star this year, possibly third-team All-NBA.
can't see.
I think he will slingshot himself into like stardom into the NBA, like as the most improved player award does. So I got Michael Porter Jr. by a
I like
landslide.
that pick. I have a few names in mind. I've thrown the top 2 picks or 2 of the top 3 picks last year's draft into that conversation, and Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball. But
I'm a big fan of Anthony Edwards. I'm not gonna lie.
I've also thrown in Jordan Poole.
Oh, I love Jordan
Okay.
Poole.
Jordan Poole, because he's gonna be starting at the 2 guard or 6-man of the year. Not 6-man of the year, but 6-man. He's gonna get a lot more opportunities until Clay comes back. But even when Clay comes back, I still think he's gonna get his because he is a bucket.
I like
But
that.
I think I'm gonna ultimately pick LaMelo Ball.
I like that. You ready for my hot take?
Oh my god, he's gonna pick like
I think my pick for most improved probably have to go with Jalen Brunson in Dallas.
wow. Okay, that's off the radar.
I remember watching him at Villanova, and I would just think to myself, "Wow, this kid's gonna be like not a superstar, but he's gonna be like just this crazy skilled, athletic, talented player wherever he ends up." And I think if he can take that leap this year in Dallas and kind of pick up the slack that Kristaps Porzingis has been slacking because the man hasn't been what he should be, I think he's got a pretty good shot to win it.
All right.
Fair. Respect
Next up, defensive player of the year.
Dupuy.
That's easy. Bam Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo is a great pick.
Bam Adebayo.
Are we sweeping Bam on this one?
I think we
I
are.
am unfortunately not. I think Bam's gonna get robbed of it.
By who?
unfortunately. I think Akumpo.
Kumpo.
Akumpo!
Shout out Flight. But no, I think Giannis is gonna win DPOI. I think it's gonna be a three player race again, as it usually is, because that's how it always works. But I think it's gonna be between Ruda, Mr. COVID boy.
I was about to say the COVID liquor.
But I love Rudy Gobert. But I think it's between Rudy, Giannis, and Bam. And I think they're gonna get tired of voting Ruda. So I think they're gonna go Giannis this year because Giannis honestly was.
See, I kind of feel the same way, but they did give Giannis one 2 years ago, so I think they want to keep it fresh and they'll go Bam. Plus, I just think Bam will be overall the best defensive player this year.
I agree.
Was he last year? I think he kind of was last year.
He kind of was. But with that said,
like you could argue Bam.
With that said, this is a big if. If Data Davis is healthy, I'm picking Anthony Davis.
Well, that's also a big if.
Yes, that's why I said Data Davis.
All right,
because he's day to day.
Should
But
we
I
do
love
it?
you, Anthony Davis.
Did we do
Street
MVP
Clothes
yet?
Davis?
Oh
Street Clothes
God!
Davis.
Did we do MVP yet?
No, MVP is the next one. So what do you guys have?
Can I
for the
start?
most valuable player. You can start.
Don't pick Julius Randle.
He's gonna pick Julius Randle.
I was gonna say Julius Randle,
Oh,
but I have justification to pick Julius Randle. Do I not?
Julius Randle has a negative chance to win. As good.
He
as
got
Julius
votes
Randle
last year. What are you
is.
talking about?
Negative chance.
He
to
got
win.
a couple votes for MVP.
Not for first place.
No, but he still got a couple votes.
He's not gonna win.
It's more than Jimmy Butler got.
No, Jimmy Butler wasn't.
Dang it! All right. No, but like if I'm not allowed to pick Julius Randle,
You're
No,
allowed
you're allowed
to.
to pick whoever. You can pick.
You can pick Jalen Brunson.
You could pick.
You're
Jalen
funny.
Brunson.
You're funny. You're
No,
funny.
if your pick
No.
is Julius Randle, you pick.
I honestly think the man has a if he can step up his game like even more. He has a. It's not like he's dead in the water already. I think he has a chance if he can improve his game more than it has. I think he's got a great shot to win it. And that's a little biased, obviously, but
a little biased.
if the man can play basketball and improve his game constantly, I mean, he's got to get the what's the word? He's got to get the recognition for it. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying he's gonna win it. I'm saying he has the shot to win it. I don't like how.
Are you taking that shot?
Yes,
Okay,
I am.
Cool.
Okay.
Vin has Julius Randle. Danny.
Come back to me because I'm like.
Actually, I want to take Julius Randle's son.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go last.
Well, I haven't decided yet.
Jacob's
You
gonna
haven't
pick.
decided yet.
Jacob's gonna
Oh,
pick Duncan Robinson.
I throw like 10 different names into my head.
All right. So I got one. Is it wild? Is it wild?
Is it Kyle Lowry?
To say that Kevin Durant wins his second MVP in 2021?
It is not, and that's one of the names that I was.
I don't
Because
think so.
I'm rocking with Kevin Durant.
I like that
Kevin-
choice.
I think maybe this is his first year that he can come back healthy since 2019.
Mhm.
Like again, this really relies on health here, but I think without Kyrie being on the team for the foreseeable future, Durant's gonna be the guy to step up, and he will step up because it's Kevin Durant. I think him and Harden will play very well. Harden will also have a case because it's Harden, but I think Kevin Durant will just be the overall go-to guy in Brooklyn, and I think he can come back and have an MVP year. Like, yeah, you can float around names like Luka Doncic. You can float
Jokic or something.
Jokic again. I don't really know if Jokic is going back to back. You can always float around Giannis. But I'm just looking at like the teams that are positioned to be at the top. The only name that I'm really sticking with that like I can really dig with is Kevin Durant. So I don't know if Kevin Durant's gonna have the best season. Like he might not win the scoring title. He might not, grab the most rebounds, be the best defensive. But I think just overall value might be Kevin Durant. So I'm sticking with the Slim Reaper, Kevin Durant.
That is a great pick. He was one of the names that I was throwing around in my head. This isn't gonna be my pick, but I'm gonna say this:
Dang, make your pick.
if this team
Make your pick.
finishes top 4 in the the top 4 in the West, then he will be the MVP, and that is Damian Lillard.
That's not
Uh,
happening.
But the Portland Trailblazers will not
The
finish top 4 in the West.
Pacers will
Because
not finish top
they
4 in the West,
are garbage.
because it's literally just him and 3J.
You know, if Damian
But-
Lillard was on a team like the Knicks, he could probably win the MVP award.
But with that,
I keep-
all of that being said, my MVP pick will be. I'm going to surprise a lot of people here. Are you ready? Trae Young.
You're funny. I should get up. I should
Young.
honestly get up and leave right now after you just said that.
I'm
dare
gonna
you.
be fun because no one has said Trae Young ever.
It's because
to
Trae
the
Young's
MVP.
not going to win the MVP
But
award.
I think I'm very high on the Atlanta Hawks this year. I think they're going to be the third best team in the conference.
It was a
this year.
fluke.
And if Trae Young is leading the way, I think this is the time for a new star to project himself into that upper echelon. I think it's time. I think we're getting to that point where it's time we see someone else step up. I feel like we've seen a bunch of the same guys over the past couple of years. So that's my rationale. So if the
Can I-
Hawks take that next step and Trae Young is having a phenomenal season, which I think he will, I'm gonna pick Trae Young to win MVP.
Can I say one thing about that?
Sure.
I'm not going to discourage your opinion at all.
But he's going to discourage your opinion.
No. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, put the mask back on. You can't see yet.
No.
You're blind.
Fine. I just need to take it off to see the microphone. But no, I think with Atlanta, it's kind of tricky because they're a good team and Trae Young's a great basketball player, even though they beat the Knicks in the playoffs. But like, how good are the Hawks actually? Because if you look at their what they did last year, yes, they made they make Eastern Conference Finals against the Bucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were
But look how
ever since they fired their coach, they were the best team in basketball.
good for them. But look how they got there. They beat the Knicks. Cool. Then they beat who? Philly after the Knicks to get to Milwaukee.
The number 1 seed put the,
number
mask
1
back.
seed
Oh, you mean
in the
you
Put
East.
the mask back
mean a
over.
Philadelphia team with Ben Simmons who literally has zero confidence and didn't do anything all series?
Yeah, why was that? Because Atlanta gave him no confidence.
Put them.
I'm trying, Danny.
I
It's
literally
tough.
I haven't shifted at all, Ben. What
That's
is wrong
because
with
you have good masks on. I don't have good masks on. You have nice, yummy cloth mask. I have terrible, useless blue.
My mask is blue.
And I'm wearing
No,
sunglasses.
he has the default one.
You decided to put on the pits, my guy. Not
Bro, it's the Drip Vipers. What do you expect? But no, yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree or agree with your opinion. I just think that the Hawks probably are probably the team with the most to prove coming in to this season, I would say.
I don't know. I'm just very high on a breakout season.
Yeah, I mean, it could.
And I'm actually
Happen.
gonna change my not my MVP pick, but my most improved player pick to Ja Morant.
Okay, all right.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
But
Oh,
I
wait.
figured I'd throw that out. But yeah, I will say that now. I'm not sure if he will get the votes, but I believe that Trae Young will win the MVP.
Did
Which is I don't think anyone said that at all this year.
No, I don't think so. But hang on. Oh, real quick. Did LiAngelo Ball got released, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got
Okay,
caught.
I was about to, because I was gonna use him as my most improved player, but I was like, I don't know if he's on a team anymore or not.
I don't think you win most
Yeah.
improved in your first year.
I mean, you could.
No, you can't.
Do you guys want to do a finals prediction?
I
Knicks,
do.
Knicks, Nuggets,
Uh,
Nuggets, and 6.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was also gonna have the Nuggets come. I was gonna have Nuggets, Bucks, and I guess also Nuggets and 6.
Interesting.
I don't want to be the Brooklyn or the Lakers or
Brooklyn's
the
not winning without
Bucks
Kyrie.
win the finals. I don't want to be one of those guys. So I'm picking.
All right. Well, I am. You know what?
Don't
Are
say
you picking
Brooklyn,
the Lakers to
because
come out of the
Brooklyn's not
West?
winning without Kyrie.
I do have the Lakers coming out of the West. I do think they can figure it out. And I think with all three of them going on all cylinders, that'll be really good. I think I'm going to go chalk. Do I want to go chalk? No, I don't. Phoenix is going to make it back to the finals. Phoenix is making it back, and the NBA title will be coming back to New York. But instead, it will be in the borough of Brooklyn, New York.
You
Kevin
mean
Durant will win his third?
you mean Jersey Light?
Third finals.
His third finals, his third final MVP. James Harden finally gets his ring. Kyrie Irving, if he decides to play.
Which he
will get
won't.
his
Which he
second.
won't.
But I honestly have Brooklyn winning, even if Kyrie does not come back.
They're just too deep.
I-
They're.
I
What are
think
we-
I think it is their year. KD's foot. He's one of the guys that he's gonna come back stronger from that. He's he knows if he just took an inch back, he would have had that, and the entire season would have gone differently. But KD's going to remember that, and I think this is just going to be the year of Kevin Durant. Like I think 2021 will go down as the year of Kevin Durant.
We've been saying it's Brooklyn's year ever since they signed KD and Kyrie.
Well, we didn't last year 2 years ago because KD was hurt.
What do we think about Chicago?
I like Chicago.
I feel like
They're
they're a very
middle
under
of the
the
pack
radar
team.
team with the
I
talent they
I
acquired.
have them 4th in the East.
Really?
I have it Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Miami, Chicago.
Where do you have the Knicks, if you don't mind me asking?
I believe
7?
I have the Knicks.
You said 7-ish, right?
No, I have them on like 5 or 6.
I'll take that. That's the playoff spot.
I have the Knicks. I have the Knicks in the play. Unfortunately,
You're really just like I don't
What
understand.
do you want me to do?
Why?
I have
What
Philly 8.
Denny? What changed between last year and this year that makes you think the Knicks have gone to a 4 seed to a play-in seed?
I think there's other teams who've gotten better. I mean, Miami got better.
You're saying
I
the
think
Knicks haven't gotten better?
Let me explain. So I've already said I'm very high on Atlanta. I've already said I think they're going to be 3rd in the conference. I think Miami's going to be 4th in the conference. I have Philly being good despite Ben Simmons because I don't think they need him, honestly.
They don't. Nobody needs Ben Simmons. He's a terrible basketball player.
I think they'll be fine without him. So I think Philly will be 5. After watching Boston, I have them at 6.
That's crazy.
I have them at 6, and then I have Chicago and what's it called? I have Chicago and New York in the 7 and 8 spots.
It's honestly, that's kind of crazy if you think about it, because
It's gonna take time for them to gel.
Who, the Knicks?
No, the Bulls.
It's gonna take every team that acquired new talent. The Heat, especially, they just got Kyle Lowry. They have to take time to gel.
And what do we do?
And we smacked around.
Yeah, and what did the Knicks do? We beat Boston in double overtime.
Yeah, but we smacked the ever-living daylights out of the defending NBA champs.
And the Bulls almost lost to Detroit without Cade Cunningham.
Yes.
So just because you beat defending NBA champions makes the Heat better for the playoffs in the next 81 games in the next.
Necessarily need a gelling process so the Heat could have a higher seed.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
We didn't say where they were going.
Yeah, I just said this is where they're gonna finish.
Every game counts. The season just started.
Vin,
every game
I
counts.
feel disrespected.
Vin.
I feel like don't tell me to put my mask over my eyes.
Do we have to punish Vin for double blindness
Cool.
the next segment?
Cool. Go ahead. I don't care. I'm gonna take it off anyways. But I think this is an improved Knicks team from last year. I think that.
I never said it wasn't, by the way.
No, I know.
But I think other teams just got better, while the Knicks didn't get as much better. I think the Knicks just brought everyone back and then brought in like Evan Fournier
and Kemba Walker.
And they had some great draft picks. They have. I know Summer League holds no water when you're talking about NBA teams, but from what I saw from the guys that played in Summer League, if they can develop properly and take the right steps,
Well, which guys are you talking about?
Toppin, Barrett, Quickly.
Toppin did look very
the guys they drafted: Jericho Sims, Quentin Grimes, Deuce McBride.
But those latter guys, how many minutes are they going to get realistically?
Not a lot to start their careers.
Well, I'm not talking about career. I'm just talking about the season. 5
minutes, not even
RJ
5 minutes.
Barrett, you're starting 2 or 3 at the 3.
Which I think
Obi Toppin's
I think that
could
could change with
20
that,
minutes a game.
honestly. If he
Jericho Sims is going to come off and get decent minutes, but after that, you're just talking about depth pieces for the most part.
Okay.
You're going to need Kemba's been in Boston. He hasn't been that great.
He's been
so
hurt.
You need to see something out of Kemba. Julius Randle's obviously that seems sustainable. Mitch Richmond, he seems like he's on the up.
Mitch Richmond.
Mitch Richmond. Wow.
Mitch Richmond.
The early 2000s basketball. Mitch Robinson is on the up and up. And Fournier's Fournier. But I just think Chicago, I love what they're doing. I think they'll be able to gel really quickly. So I like what Chicago's going to do. I think they'll be sustainable over a big course of the season. Miami was really good last year. You got to also keep in mind, Miami was 6, New York was 4, but there was a 2-game difference.
Not even. I think.
Because it went 1, 2, 3, and then 4 through
4 through 7.
4 through 7 or 4 through 8.
So
how many
realistically
teams?
Speaking, there isn't that big of a degree between New York and who's the 7th seed?
Is this real?
Boston?
Hang on.
Boston. Yeah, Boston.
This can't
New
be
York
real.
and Boston was not that big of a difference last year.
I don't know if this. Sorry to interrupt, but I don't know if this is a real tweet or not. It says Trevor Bauer activated prior to NLCS Game 5.
Probably not.
I don't think that's true.
Was it by passing to Rosenthal?
MLB trade rumors.
No,
Definitely fake.
not true.
Definitely fake.
Then got.
Oh,
I didn't get
that's
gut. I was actually asking you guys for
That's right.
Let
clarification.
me see. Ian Rappaport. Giants
God.
rolled out.
Heat fans.
3 weapon. No. NFL now. 6. Nope. Nothing.
Hmm.
Do not think so.
Even
Oh.
if they activated him, though, he wouldn't be on the roster. They didn't pick him.
Yeah, he's on.
Oh, that's right.
All right. Yeah, I think. Well, we're way over time.
Yeah, so the rents. I think my dad probably left like it's like a.
Shout out to
45-minute
Papa
drive.
Reards for
Well, I feel
coming
like
to
we
pick
should
up
go
his
in a second.
son.
Yes, I
Friday.
think we should. Do you want to just go right to predictions?
Yeah.
Go predictions. It is.
Predictions time. No more mace go over my face.
Yes.
All right. Sweet.
All right.
Jacob, see the
Jacob,
light.
you take off the mask. You can.
No, I'm ending the stream.
All right.
That was impressive.
Turn off the mics.